The document I transcribed was an informational newsletter about the formation and activism of the Quad Cities Commission for Human Rights, or the QCCHR. Written in 1966 by Donald C. Teagland, a leader in the organization, the newsletter seeks to inform the Quad Cities community of the important role of the QCCHR in securing social and economic equality for Black people locally and nationally. The 1960s were a time of social and political turmoil in the United States. Rampant discrimination against Black people, women, and several other groups existed and was increasingly visible in national politics and mass media. Newly mobilized coalitions of civil rights demonstrators emerged and held massive marches, sit-ins, and other events to promote messages of equality. Although highly effective in desegregating public facilities and services, as well as catalyzing the passage of laws such as the Civil Rights Act of 1964, these demonstrations were often undermined by violence from white supremacists and police, and it was evident that there was still a great deal of work to be done for civil rights in the U.S. Although the severest levels of segregation existed in the South, discrimination was still prevalent in societies across the United States, including in the Quad Cities area. Teagland draws on the growing need to address these issues by citing Rosa Parks' resistance and arrest and the resulting Montgomery bus boycotts as inspiration for the Commission's creation. This reference to the national civil rights movement effectively establishes disinterest. Teagland builds ethos through repeated references to the Commission's role in local and national activism, and to the founding members and organizations that contributed to the Commission's early success. The praising of religious and civil rights leaders such as NAACP member Charles Toney and the Unitarian Universalist Church for their roles in the Commission strengthens the organization's credibility. Religious figures and organizations played enormous roles in uniting people for civil rights causes in the 1960s, so Teagland's celebration of them helps maintain decorum throughout the newsletter. Teagland's use of past tense when referring to the early organizational struggles the Commission faced alludes to those faced by groups across the nation mobilizing to overcome great societal barriers. Mobilizing masses of people of different ethnicities, genders, and backgrounds posed innumerable issues to organizers across the nation, but events like the March on Washington and campaigns of sit-ins and walkouts demonstrated the strength of the national civil rights movement. The Commission's successful collaboration with other leaders and organizations demonstrates a similar resilience. The historical highlights of the QCCHR document captures one of countless civil rights organizations in the 1960s devoted to eliminating discrimination and breaking down opportunity barriers for underrepresented people. It celebrates the Commission's, as well as the national civil rights movement's success while also setting the stage for future activism to make the ultimate American dream reality for local communities and people across the nation.